How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to some more Forza Motorsport. We're here today with another one of the new endurance races here in the new update 9 of Forza Motorsport, and a track that I've been really waiting for to come into the multiplayer rotation, the Nurburgring Nordschleife. We're going to be driving the Porsche RSR today in the GT class, and if you enjoy the content and you want to see more, then be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Entering into the lobby, we only had about 12 minutes to practice, so that pretty much meant that I would only get one lap before the race. So that meant that that one lap would be my qualifying lap. So we are coming out of the Nurburgring GP section of the track and into the Nordschleife section. And this first part of the track is one of my favorite sections of the Nordschleife, as you just come straight through this fast sweeping curve here, flat out, straight into these twists and turns. And the steepness of the curves here is supposed to be one of the things that got fixed during update 9, and you don't want to hit the curb there. You definitely scrubbed some speed there hitting that curve, but we were only going to get one lap for qualifying, so all we could do was just keep on trying to go. About halfway through our qualifying lap here, and coming in through what would probably be one of the trickiest sections for me during this race, as I really just for some reason seem to struggle with this particular section of the track. Already that part going wide, and then struggling a little bit with the braking zone coming into that hairpin right there. Coming into everyone's favorite part of the Nordschleife, the carousel. It's a section that I still kind of struggle with. I still struggle to find the line, just going wide and being a little too early on the power coming out. Coming into the last section of our lap for qualifying, I've been paying attention to how our tires would be doing, running a hard set of tires during this lap, because I wanted to see how much wear would happen during one lap so I could start trying to get a tire strategy together. They're about halfway, so I'm thinking that I could probably get away with 2 laps on hard and then 1 on medium. Now we're going to be coming in the finish line here with an 850.43 and just throw in a little e-brake, have a little fun. We got about 2 minutes, can't put any more laps, so I'm just going to park it. Our qualifying time landed us P6 on the grid, right behind another Porsche RSR. Top 3 on the pole positions were all Corvette C8s. And we're going to be starting off here, coming into the first corner of death here on the Nürburgring, and of course never fails to deliver. As coming into the braking zone here, we're going to get just hit in the back. That other guy ghosting as he would have just torpedoed through, getting hit in the back again, and then pit right into the wall. So yeah, always never fails to disappoint here on the first chicane of the Nürburgring, landing us right back into P21 from our P6. Great start. We wouldn't be in the back of the pack too long though, as coming into these next few turns we would be passing by quite a lot of chaos. Coming into the little bit of a straight before the horseshoe, picking up on P16, and checking on the proximity arrow though, we're going to watch this guy just go a little late on the brakes, a little wide into the gravel, and we're going to take P16 back from him. Coming into the next chicane here, we would pick up another position from this Porsche ahead of us as he swings just a little wide, and we're able to carry some more speed than him through the turn. Picking up P15, we are going to tuck in right behind this Dodge Viper, as the car next to there seemed just a little bit squirrely, picking up 2 more positions to gather P13. Dodge Viper having a bit of an incident, bumping into P11, and then picking up a 1 second time penalty. This Porsche RSR on our right coming up, ducking out at the last second, with us defending P12. Entering into the Nordschleife here, it would prove how challenging it was, passing by one guy that seemed to have hit the wall and spun out there. Coming up onto P10 ahead of us, he is going to go into the grass, and then we are going to tuck in right behind him, get on the power, tuck inside, go towards the outside. He goes a little bit too outside into the grass again, and then he's going to hit us, and we are going to take that position 10 from him. Going to hit the curb ourselves into the wall, but it seems the Porsche ahead of us also seems to have had an incident, so we won't be too far behind him. And then coming out of this winding sections, that car there seemed to have an incident himself. Coming out of this fast straight here, the Porsche ahead of us is going to carry just a little too much speed and go absolutely smashing into the barrier, spin around like a Beyblade, and we will happily take P8 from him. Halfway through our lap here, we would come into that tricky section that I mentioned earlier during our qualifying, and it would definitely prove itself, as coming into it I would go just a little wide and hit the grass, almost hit the wall. We would gain another position coming up on this section, as P7 with the Lightning McQueen livery would just lose it on the corner and give us P7. We would have a little bit of a crash coming into this next section, not really having much time to react to P5, just going slamming into the back of him and sending him into the barrier. We would pick up our last penalty of the race here as we just hit the curb and swing a little wide off of the track, and pick up another 1 second time penalty, bringing our total for the race to 3 seconds. At the end of the first lap, our tire strategy would net us 2 positions, as 2 of the top 5 would go into the pit. They probably had either a soft or a medium tire, and that would give us 3rd place with about an 11-second time gap. Just over halfway through lap 2 here, our tires are pretty much cooked as we go way wide and getting on the powers, almost spin out, hit the wall, and then going into the carousel, it's not going to be much better. Hitting the braking zone and just going wide, not being able to grip at all, barely being able to get on the power without spinning. Struggling with our tires in this next section, we would lose a position as this guy just comes right on past us, absolutely no problem passing us, and just leaves us absolutely in the dust. Struggling through these turns here, and he's just gonna disappear. Trying my best to survive with the tires that I had here, we would have a little bit of a reversal of fortune, as coming into the braking zone, we're going to go too wide, hit the wall, into the grass, and re-entering the track, just get absolutely slammed into the back of, right into the wall again, and into the grass, and just keep sliding around everywhere. At the end of lap 2 here, we're going to enter the pit and get a new set of tires, as our hard compound tires are just shredded and gone at this point. Gonna pick up a set of mediums and try to see if we can make up some time up on the pack. And coming out of the pits, we are going to be able to keep our 5th position, as the guy behind us is also going to enter the pits. Entering into the Nordschleife for our last lap, this would be our best run through this first section here. We're going to tuck towards the inside, get on the gas towards the outside, tuck it towards the inside again and bring it back out towards the outside, hit the brakes a little bit to tuck it towards the inside, straight on the gas, flat out through this section here, heavy into the braking, tuck it towards the inside, brake, tuck it towards the inside, get on the gas a little bit again, tuck it towards the inside of this corner, hit the brakes, tuck it in, hit the brakes again and tuck it in, and get right back on the gas again. We would have a few more incidents before the end of the race, as we wouldn't learn our lesson from the last lap and go a little wide out into the grass again and hit the wall once again, just like we did last lap. And coming in towards the end of the lap here, about a minute towards the end, we would just lose a little bit of control of the car and go wide out into the grass there, hitting the wall. Coming out of the last long fast straight here, we would get the end of the race timer, and that's still one of the problems with these endurance races is once first place finishes, you have 2 minutes to finish the race. So if you're further than 2 minutes, you're pretty much DNF'd. You're destined to DNF, and I really hope that Forza fixes that sometime soon. Coming up on the finish line, we would take home P5. And Dorian there is seeming to be certainly pretty happy with his position, as he seemed to have picked up P2 off of the penalties, with P3 there picking up 8.6 in penalties. And if you like the content and you want to see more, then I would greatly appreciate it if you leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and thanks for watching.